this is a tale of trees, and you know that every tree has their own telos, okay? And when somebody tries to make of one tree another tree, the nature and the telos, okay, of growth of whichever tree you are, that's gonna be that tree. You cannot assign trees to people. You understand me? So let's say you are a certain tree and you're supposed to grow, and there's another tree that's supposed to grow. To try to keep any tree not growing, to try to make a bonsai out of a person, okay, that's not the tree, and that's not the person. Their telos is to grow, and the more anybody invests, whether it's you or another, okay, anybody invests in depleting the growth or limiting the growth of another person and getting it to their own growth. This is serious right now because it is Jupiter, our Jupiter in Gemini, and the ruler Mercury in the sign of Jupiter. Jupiter Gemini can be a small tree, and there's nothing wrong about the big or small or whatnot. But the thing is, trees, when you limit somebody's growth on purpose, okay, and you say, I want the growth that they have, I want for me. You basically you are creating excess growth of something that is not you and is not your baby, your child inside you, okay, medically, and that can be life-saving for people. If you have been trying to do this consciously or unconsciously, please don't limit people's growth. There's difference between speaking your truth and between an outright desire of to make a person a tree that they are not. Assigning trees to people, okay? Because what you are asking for yourself when you're doing that is, I want to limit their growth, I want to make of them another tree, and what the tree that they are, I want to make me. Well, most cases you don't, like all cases, you don't even need to do that. There's beauty in your own tree, in your own growth, in your own shine. You don't have to limit anybody's shine to shine yourself. You don't have to limit anybody's growth to grow yourself, okay? And this is very important. Some hard aspect with Jupiter, Pluto can bring this, and please, if you're unconscious to this and you have such aspect in your chart, please set intention. Authenticity is great with Pluto, and setting intention to change, to transform. You have the power to transform yourself. There may be crisis. If you are a survivor of such thing was done upon you, your telos is to go. You would only grow stronger, okay? But the thing is that doing a such thing is yielding excess growth in a person, and Pluto is cells, okay? So this is so important because this can indeed grow cancer in the person that's doing that. And I, as person that was done upon them, I please release anything that's not only not affecting me, but that this is definitely transformed in the person that did that, and they grow, and they don't do that not to themselves and not to others, because very likely this was not conscious, so that they don't grow cancer. And if you are using herbs or using trees, for tree was used on me was Rosalina tree, and the saying was that this tree knows its place, okay? Knows its place is an abusive saying. Unless you mean knows its place upon the throne, knows its place is an abusive saying. And it's very likely the person, I don't know, not conscious or I don't know what, but I bless them to change this habit. And they might want to use the very same oil, the Rosalina oil, okay? And meditate with it, and change for the teaching on this tree, okay? If a change for the teaching, it's not a tree that knows its place, okay? Change for the meditation, work with this oil. That would be very appropriate to do, okay? Because limiting the growth of, and maybe that working with that and changing the teaching and removing whatever hexes, if we're done or anything like that, that can curate you if, God forbid, there is beginning of cancer or any such thing, because it causes excess growth in you and excess growth of cells, okay? So that's downright either cancer or some other undesired tumors. But I think Rosalina oil, the very thing you use to course, then, and it is a course, okay? So that with that oil, remove this course, change for this teaching, send blessing to people that you coursed, okay? Send a blessing to people that you coursed, and remove for this hex. And if that was done upon you, then your natural telos is to grow, okay? Your natural telos is to not be restricted, because you will remove for this stagnation, and you will find a way and find a way and find a way, and then you find a way to remove for this stagnation. That can be a complete and total downfall of anybody who tried to do that to you, okay? But if a person was doing that, just by the fact that they were doing that, even without you breaking free, just by the fact that they were doing that, they were wishing on excess growth of cells upon themselves. They were saying, I want to be that tree. Where it's like, if it is excess growth for you, or you could be that tree, or you don't even need to ask to be that tree, but the fact that you limited the growth of another person, the cells grow inside you, okay? The cancer grows inside you. So you want to rejuvenate yourself, and you want to rejuvenate, okay, to send blessings for that person. All is redeemable, all is curable, okay? And if person, God forbid, died, then you can maybe contact with their soul and do the forgiveness or mediumship through that. Because the point is that you will change the pattern. The point is not to punish you forever and after. It's not the point. And so that is something that you definitely want to pay attention to. If that was done upon you, then you will see, okay? You do. I will make a video for that. But if you did that to other people, okay, speaking as the person this was done upon by a aromatherapy teacher of my, Shanisa Rudi, and I've just blessed her with good health, and then she was tending to fertility, like, oh my God, okay? So please, I expose only because to clear the karma. It's not to blame, not to tarnish name, not at all. To clear the karma, and then have rejuvenation, and then perhaps to tell, I did this, and I learned from this, that maybe was unconscious, maybe that, and this is not the thing to do. This knows its place is a sentence of oppression, and it's no place, not for anybody's bloodline, not in anybody's tree, and definitely Rosalina is not tree that knows its place. But there are other attributes that perhaps is good to deeper meditate into, and to alternate the teaching accordingly. When I will get to work with this oil, then I will be glad to offer my insight. So, but if you are doing any such thing, then know that this could be a cause for hidden ailment in you. Even if you by chance doing such things, okay, then that is, and I'm not talking about exposing something that was done to you. No, this is something to curate yourself. You curate your teeth, curate your cells, your cellular growth, okay? It's not about vengeance. It's about definitely